Hey everybody, High Lord Tamberlane with another Obscurity in Miniature. Today we're going back, not that you can see it because it's so big, to the Night Vault for Mologg's Mob, which consists of a big fat troll, Troggoth, with his retinue of mushrooms and fungi companions and walking stalagmite. Let us destroy the box, because folds and tape are for the weak. Ooh, it's an interesting color. Kind of a soft bluish purple. Interesting. You can see all the barnacles already on Mologg's beaten stick there. I wonder if there's any Night Vault or Underworld sprues that are actually more than two. So basically it looks like one sprue consists entirely of Mologg. There's his head there with mushrooms. His lickin' toad. Mushroom caps. Might keep those off to paint. This looks like the most of his that's one of the flying squid guys. And then there's the rest of his bodies. Parts. I'm really curious how big he's going to be. So he seems to be on a 50mm base with his feet attached. That's kind of annoying. If you wanted to actually do some converting, I guess you could just cut them off there, but that's going to be kind of a pain. And you can see all the parts to his squig friends. There are 3 of them. A few smaller parts than I'm used to seeing on the Warhammer Underworlds kits, but I mean, that's no big deal. I guess the goblins were kind of small too. As has been the case with just about every one of these releases, you've got a nice detailed and textured in scenic base. I mean, it's nice and evocative of wherever they're fighting. In the Night Vault, that's right. Alright. Just out of curiosity, so we can see his friends aren't a whole lot of parts. Pretty simple. Actually, it looks like the flying dude's got some of the most parts. And again, mostly it's the base details, all the mushrooms that go on them, that are going to be taking up the time and cutting job. Usual cards. We'll go through the cards later. Commanding Stride. I always wonder if somewhere there's artwork hidden for future releases we haven't seen, but so far that doesn't seem to be the case. However, right now I'm going to grab these and put these together, and we'll see just how Mologg turns out. And we're back with Mologg and his crew, which is a rock with a tongue, a flying bat thing, and the smoky shroom. So most of these guys consisted of no more than 2 or 3 parts. I think our smoky shroom friend here was 3 pieces, the spores coming out, then the 2 body halves. But I'm not including the bases with that. So they are totally push fit. There is nothing about them that really absolutely needs any glue. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have not glued a single Shadespire figure yet. As is typical GW quality, they are quite nice. And there's a few gaps here, but you know what? I didn't really squeeze them all that well together for being push fit. I don't want to push them too much because then they're going to get stuck. I didn't attach this, obviously, so I can get to Mologg himself, but the detail on him is really nice. But then again, that's been a consistent plus for GW for the last few years. Again, I didn't clean it super well yet. You know, I like to go back and do that right before I start painting. So we'll fix things up like that. Now, this is one figure that I actually would consider gluing. His arm, where it attaches with the club to the body, is very loose until you actually slide everything in together. At that point, he kind of locks into place and there's no issues. But, you know, I'm going to be... Well, I guess I shouldn't be gluing him necessarily anyways if I'm going to be painting him piece by piece, but there he is. Let's give him his little canopy back. You can see they just attach like that. And push them in. That was kind of interesting. Reminded me of some of the Gundam kits I've built in the past where you stick in the tongue and then you push in the other side of the body, and then this separate wing actually locks everything into place. I don't think I've got his stalagmite attached to the base correctly yet, but that's okay. You can kind of see here how they stack up to a typical GW human. I have no idea how they would compare in regards to any of the troll models that have come out, especially those new Troggoths. Once I get a hold of some, I might try doing a comparison video. Maybe grab a GW Ogre while I'm at it. But you can see it's definitely bigger than a human. Not as big as a Chaos Prince, but surprisingly close. I really wonder about those new rock Troggoths now. So you can see here. I guess if you were going to want to use them outside of Shadespire, Warhammer, Underworlds, Night Vault, whatever you want to call the game, I mean, they'd fit in pretty well with any kind of goblin faction, especially the new Get Mob or whatever they call the new goblin stuff. I mean, these things are perfect for them. I'm probably going to pick up some, so do not be surprised or alarmed if in the next few weeks you see me end up doing a review video on some of the new goblins, because, I mean, I'm all for unconventionality, and, I mean, a big, giant barnacle and mushroom-laden troll with flying squigs, shrooms, and evil stalagmites. I mean, I don't think you can get more unconventional than that. So, I don't know how they play in the game, but I'm hoping that they do decent. But then again, every single time I've ever played Shadespire has been an abysmal loss. So take that for what you will. But then again, I do have the Godsworn Hunt, so maybe they'll balance things out. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with his usual obscurities and miniatures, saying see you later, and hopefully I can get these guys painted soon. Bye-bye for now.